Assalamualaikum everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lujain and I hope you all are doing really well. So before I go into today's product, I just want to let you know that in my description there's actually a link for you to suggest a few products that you think I should try, or a few restaurants that you think I should try. And that's exactly how I got to today's product. It's been suggested to me a few times actually by my friends and family through the form. So today's product is quite special, and it's this product here, which is a Wonda Coffee Zero Max Latte. It's their new latte, and as you can see, it's a canned latte, which you don't see much of. It's actually like a new innovation in the industry. So this one in particular is called Zero Max Latte, and what's special about it is actually that it's sugar-free. So there's no sugar in this, and it's an Arabica fine blend, right? And it's only 2 ringgit 50 cents for 240 ml. And the thing that I really like about this is that it's only 3% of your whole calorie intake, which is really nice, right? The packaging I really like because it's matte, and I feel like whenever something is matte, it just gives it like a really luxurious feel, and it attracts your eye because it's like a super monochrome color palette. And usually color palettes that are monochrome are actually supposed to make the customer feel like it's a luxury product. And yeah, it's a luxury product, and you only get it for 2 ringgit 50 cents, which is nothing compared to going to a cafe and getting an iced latte, which would cost you something like 15 ringgit, if not more. So yeah, that's really nice. So before I go further, let me open this up and show you what it looks like. I know that since this is a canned product, you're not going to be able to see the inside, how the color looks like and everything. So what I did is I prepared an ice cup, a chilled cup for the whole experience, and also this is cold as well because that's how it's supposed to be drank. So that's how I'm gonna do it. Let me show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, so now that I've poured it, this is actually the color. Pretty standard, I would say. They said in the ingredients part that you might see some the milk particles or the coffee particles, but I actually don't see any, which I really like. I'm gonna put the ingredients on screen right now so that you guys can take a look at what you should expect getting into this. But what I can say is that in the ingredients there is really no sugar, which I really like. The ingredients are pretty basic. There's nothing like to be appalled at, or nothing to be like so shocked at. It's just coffee, all kinds of milk like skimmed milk and full fat milk and all of that, but it's pretty standard, so it's okay. But yeah, this is actually the color. The color is nice. It's actually darker than the usual latte, but I like that because that means that there is more coffee in this than what's usually, because I don't like having to drink coffee and then it's actually mostly milk and no coffee at all. So this is nice. In the ingredients, the milk comes before the coffee, so that means that the milk is more than the coffee. So I'm expecting to not get a really strong coffee taste, but when I do smell it, the smell of coffee is really strong. And what's interesting is when I keep smelling it, I get a smell of slight pepperiness, which is quite interesting. And I don't smell any fat, which is nice. So yeah, let's give it a taste. I have a straw here. I would really recommend getting a eco-friendly straw, metal straw like this. They're pretty much sold everywhere and it helps save the environment. So let's give this a mix and a taste. Okay, quite interestingly, the taste of coffee is not hitting you in the face. I think that's pretty much to be expected since it's a latte. But remember how I told you there's that smell of pepperiness? I taste it a little bit. I said that it smells good. It smells good, but then I really wouldn't expect to taste it that much, but it is there. The coffee taste is not very strong. It's pretty mild. I would have preferred if it was a bit stronger, but I would like to say that this is something that you would enjoy at lunch. I guess you can enjoy this at lunch. Like in the morning, people usually prefer dark coffee because it's strong, but this is nice. It's like a pick-me-up. So I'm not sure if it's a user error on my end, but I feel like it's a little bit watery. That might be because of the ice. So what I'm gonna do right now, to be fair to the product, is I'm gonna go ahead and test it straight up from the can to see if I do taste it a little bit watery. No, it is pretty watery. I think that's a personal preference for me. I do like coffee to be a little bit, especially lattes, I expect it to be a little bit more creamy, a little bit thicker in texture. But this is watery. But then I would like to say that this would be nice, in my opinion, with a cake, a vanilla sponge cake, or something like a banana cake here for a snack, especially in Malaysia. You see that sold everywhere, so that's something that I would recommend. Like getting this and then having a banana cake with it would be amazing, especially if you're working and you don't have time to go grab lunch. So that would be something really good. Let me give it one last taste before I share my opinions with you. Okay guys, so now that I've actually tasted the product for the final time, I'm gonna rate it based on 4 things, which are the packaging, the price, the flavor, and the aroma, since this is a coffee. So I think for each product, it's only fair to rate it on a different scale. So for coffee, let's start off first with the packaging. The packaging I really like, even though it's standard, but they put a different touch with the finishing, which is a matte finish. They have 2 languages, which is Malay and English, and that's a really good addition because some people prefer one language over the other, or speak one language and not the other, so that's really nice, and we don't see that in many products nowadays. And also, yeah, I just want to point out one thing in the packaging that I don't necessarily agree with, which is taste like Just Brewed. I would definitely say that Just Brewed coffee is a little bit stronger, which I will talk about a little bit later. So for packaging, I would give it, out of 5 stars, I would give it 4.5 stars. I just think that there's so many companies nowadays who have done this style of coffee, like a canned coffee, especially for people who are employed or students who just want a pick-me-up during the day. So they've done that, which is really effective and really convenient. But then I think that maybe they should, if they change the packaging a little bit, it would have been more fun, especially for, let's say, their demographic, which is people probably in the in like 20s up to, I would say, mid 30s, something like that. That would have been a really nice addition. So that's why I would give it a 4.5. For the price, I would give it 5 stars because it's 240 ml for 2 ringgit and 50 cents, which is amazing. That's a really good price. It's really affordable, and actually for the price, I would say the quality is impressive for that price. Moving on to the flavor, and that's where I would like to talk about the taste just like brewed. I would say that I don't necessarily agree with that statement. I think that sometimes brewing your own coffee could be a lot better, could be a lot stronger. You could always make it to your liking, but with something like this, it doesn't necessarily feel like it's just brewed. I think then that's where their convenience would come in place. That's where their competitive advantage comes into place. You don't necessarily want this to taste like it's just brewed, but it's something that you could pick up straight out of the shelf and drink it. And I feel like it could have been a lot stronger. The coffee could have been a lot stronger. It could have been a lot creamier. I would have loved to feel that creaminess on my tongue whenever I sipped it, but unfortunately that's not there. But I can't really complain because it is only 2 ringgit and 50 cents. So for taste, I would give it a generous 4 stars, I would say. I think that's pretty fair. Again, I'm not going hard on this. I just think that it deserves that because it's only 2 ringgit and 50 cents. So that's actually really good for that coffee. And lastly, for the aroma, I think the aroma is pretty interesting. I didn't really taste or try something like this before. But yeah, so the
for the aroma, I would have liked if it was a bit stronger. Again, that might just be my personal preference, but I am reviewing this based on what I like and what I don't. So I would have loved if the aroma was stronger, so I would give the aroma also a 4 stars. Definitely 4 stars seems to be fair. So overall, out of 10, I would rate this product for what you're getting, the packaging, the price, the flavor and the aroma, I would give it a good 8.5 stars. I think it's not a designer coffee, so that's why a 10 would be given to a designer coffee or a specific like coffee store, a coffee shop where they would actually brew their own coffee, even roast their own coffee. But this is a close competitor for students who just want a pick-me-up during the day, like I've said many times. So yeah, overall, that's my rating of Wonda coffee. I'm sure that they have other products that are really good, but this is the one that I've specifically wanted to try. So that's all. That was my review for Wonda coffee. Wonderful coffee. I'm glad you guys watched this video. Thank you so much for supporting. I just want to let you know before I go that it really does help when you guys comment below and interact with me. It really makes my day when you guys do. So yeah, please do comment below what your favorite coffee is, what I should try next, and use the link in the description to suggest me a few things. And also please share this with your friends and your family. Help me like reach more people, and also subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for supporting me and for watching, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and see you in the next video.